Behold, behold, feast your eyes upon the wondrous creation unveiled today, the remarkable Utopia Roadster, with the signature touch of the visionary genius Horacio Pagani guiding the way. However, let us not forget the diligent teamwork of numerous skilled technicians led by the esteemed Francesco Perini. Hello there.
Hello, everyone.
Francesco, as the head of the technical area at Pagani, you must feel incredibly honored to work for such an important and aesthetically stunning brand. As an engineer, the opportunity to create a work of art like the new Utopia must be truly exhilarating. However, it also presents a significant technical challenge. Both the Zonda and the Huayra were outstanding examples of engineering, surpassing all expectations. Designing the new Utopia demanded nothing short of an extraordinary achievement.
To move forward and continuously progress, it is crucial to constantly rethink and rebuild, all while upholding our rich heritage and valuing our customers' wants and needs. Our ultimate goal is to design and produce experiences specifically tailored to them. When we commenced the project back in 2017, our vision included both the Coupe and Roadster models, where we strive to optimize and refine their respective concepts to ensure that the vehicle offers a choice without any compromises. Typically, a Roadster demands its own dedicated chassis, often resulting in additional weight due to the removal of the top part of the car's structure. You have to reinforce the vehicle, reinforcements that go into making the vehicle heavier. Here for us this, and the great attention we have on the technological part of content, in terms also of composite materials, carbon fiber, carbo-titanium, all that is the development we do specifically on advanced composite materials. In the end, rewards us in being able to present the Utopia Roadster with a weight and stiffness equal to the Coupe. This means that the customer's choice between Coupe and Roadster becomes a choice of driving style, preference, pleasure, and not compromise.
A technical basis that later will also serve to make even more performance versions, but here, however, of performance we have a lot, because the 12-cylinder twin-turbo signed AMG partnership that starts from the early days of Pagani, thanks to the friendship between Horacio and Juan Manuel Fangio, who was a Mercedes driver. Well, this partnership has developed over time. Also with the arrival of a turbocharged engine that made Horacio a little bit turn his nose up at the beginning, but now he loves him. Even this I'm going to do. Also said this, however, great engine, because it is very compact in size, it is very light, it gives you few cooling problems, to mean it is an engine that stalls well within this architecture. And above all, let's say even those of AMG love you, they use you almost as a representative vehicle in quotes, so they give you the best they can. I give you, we are talking about precisely the sports department of Mercedes, which certainly needs no introduction, and they provide them this extraordinary engine, this V12 5980 CE. That delivers how much power? 864 horsepower. We open it up. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Come on, let's pull it out. We'll unveil it. Just pull the strap that you see here, exactly like the buckle on your pants, to be clear. I do it from this side, and Francesco does it from the other. Then to open, what do I have to do?
We open the door.
Let's open the door. This is the sequence here you see here. Look how beautiful that is.
And here under the hood is the lock that allows us to open the engine compartment completely.
What a wonder. Here it is, the twin-turbo engine. Look how wonderful, clearly hand-built by the guys in a Falterbach engine that is matched, in this case, to a proper X-tract gearbox.
The whole powertrain design is something that comes out of the spirit of preserving the car's extreme purity, which is evident in the compactness of the 6-liter 12-cylinder engine, weighing only 262 kilograms. This relentless dedication to lightweight design not only plays into the vehicle's integration and aesthetics, but also extends to the refinement of the engine and its components. Our colleagues in Falterbach assist us in this endeavor, ensuring that even the auxiliary parts are specially crafted with meticulous attention to detail. Thus, we proudly present the exclusive Pagani V12 engine, a testament to its uniqueness and applicability in Pagani cars. To complement this exceptional engine, we have coupled it with a 7-speed transverse single-clutch gearbox. This innovative pairing allows for seamless integration and a brilliantly calibrated performance. The gearbox offers lightning-fast shifts, achieving shift times as quick as 50 milliseconds. thanks to a hydraulic actuation system and a control unit. This ensures an effortlessly responsive driving experience. Furthermore, for purists who yearn to fully immerse themselves in the car's essence, a manual application is available through the traditional mechanical lever. Overall, our commitment to excellence is evident in every aspect of the car, from its lightweight design and aesthetic refinement to the flawless performance of the engine and transmission. This results in a truly unparalleled driving experience that appeals to both automatic enthusiasts and those seeking the purest embodiment of automotive passion.
A mono friction also because in fact it is an engine that has 1,100 pounds per meter of maximum torque, so 110 pounds of torque is a monstrous.
Combining a manual transmission with such immense torque is an obvious challenge for experts in the field. From a technical standpoint, it is truly extraordinary due to the forces involved and the exceptional requirements of the synchronizers. Using a manual transmission on such a car demands something truly remarkable. Our initial applications indicate just how difficult this endeavor is.
Shifters, did you say? Shredded?
A field of the gearbox were bending at the beginning. That is, the driver was able after a while to get to bend the lever, so strong and high were the forces at play to mean, but also over the years allowing us with the X-Track a fine-tuning work even on the internal components of the gearbox and the revisiting of all the actuation systems and mechanism up to how the mechanical cable and the lever works. At the end, this allowed us to preserve the accuracy and uniqueness of a mechanical application copied to a pure V12.
Unbelievable, really goosebumps, guys. I wish you guys were here with me too, because it's amazing. First of all, just getting close to a car like this, I don't think, even for you, the excitement you had also in designing all these little details that are part of a great school of Horatio, in really defining the minimal detail. But there's also a lot of technical school to mean, look at how well the suspension is done with its connecting rods for the push rod push on the shock absorber, how beautiful that are the shock absorbers, but at the same time, also the support frames, the carbon fiber elements that go to mate. Then perfectly, in this case you can't see, but all the pieces of the Pagani are continuous, a carbon fiber, a diagonality. You find it also then in the subsequent pieces. And these are all elements that are part of a way of conceiving the cars of Horatio that is really extraordinary and combines this craftsmanship also with precisely a really superfine technique that allows you to travel at 1,300 pounds. Which for such a car is really very little. So from this point of view, so much stuff I asked in the conference if they had the pleasure to put the V8 biturbo on it, and they told me that your customers love the V12, so sawed off right away. The possibility, although in my opinion a V8 to make a Paganina, a Utopina, small version would not be bad. A little car of 1,100 pounds, a little smaller, everything would still be a nice idea, but then it goes the cons, I think, also to no small production problems. 390 behind, carboceramic, dual piston caliper, I guess you work with Brembo.
Yes, it is clear that our partnership is well established. The pursuit of excellence is reflected in the attention to details and in our collaborations, which enable us to bring technology to the road. We are grateful for partnerships with reputable names like Brembo and Pirelli. These collaborations serve as examples of how our company serves as an extreme application laboratory, striving to push the technological boundaries for both parties involved. This kind of teamwork and collaboration is a source of organizational success, and it fills us with pride to see these Italian excellence coming together for a common goal.
4 and 10 in front, the ceramic carbo, so let's say a beautiful braking system is clearly made by Brembo, specifically developed.
This caliper has been uniquely designed by Brembo, incorporating a technology that has never been utilized before and has not been used on any other vehicle in their history. It is a process of making partial casting combined machining that allows it to have this design that is so hollowed out and so refined in every detail that it was almost an experimental approach for Brembo, this kind of process.
In fact, the pistons so exposed is something I had rarely seen. They are very light. Certainly they are monoblock calipers, obviously, in the making. So let's say in terms of materials, we are there. The front rim is beautiful, measuring 21 inches. I believe the back rim measures 22 inches and is fitted with the tires that Horatio desired. He mentioned this at the press conference, expressing his preference for slightly higher shoulders. I am with you, Horatio, because in my opinion, you use too low shoulders in the cars, both from an aesthetic point of view, but also from a driving point of view, especially on the road, makes it a little bit too complicated instead. Here it makes understand also that this car wants to be used every day, and having an extra shoulder pellet, this bar 10 more, gives you this advantage that precisely allows you then to use the car daily and make it more comfortable, and at the same time also be more aesthetically pleasing, because I like them more done like that. I don't know what you think.
Our concept of car revolves around combining numerous advantages. We envision an all-around vehicle that can cater to various needs, such as a romantic trip to the scenic French Riviera, the daily commute of taking one's child to school, or even the thrill of an extreme track session. Nevertheless, achieving these objectives poses a significant engineering challenge. Balancing opposing requirements is inevitable. Attributes tailored for high performance may not align with comfort. Thus, our primary goal is not only merging the art and science of car design, seamlessly blending aesthetics and functionality, but also harmonizing driving comfort and practicality with intense performance capabilities. By successfully achieving this delicate equilibrium, drivers can revel in the exuberant power, absolute control, and unwavering stability of our car under any circumstance, allowing for pure enjoyment in every aspect and condition.
A great rear exhaust that takes up, let's say, the classic theme of Pagani, but it is always more beautiful. So each time it evolves and becomes more and more beautiful. Beautiful also the light clusters that also evolve in evolution of the area headlights, and also clearly of the active aerodynamic wire. You were among the first to bring them in the standard products. Because standard in your cars, clearly you can't talk about it. However, you were among the first to use this kind of feature that allows you to improve the braking, but at the same time also allows you to drive in more safety the car. This is something remarkable, right? And then very accurate aerodynamics. Look how the hood goes down here in the rear. Really looks like a Formula One. It looks like a Formula One for how much it is machined and how much, let's say, there is a channel for airflow. You can clearly catch a glimpse of the V12 below that does not have the turbines in the center of the banks. Clearly with a V60, you could not integrate the banks, the turbines down there. You put them laterally. This maybe can create some little aerodynamic issues, having the turbines on the side, or it doesn't give you room.
Basically, when we carry on the study of aerodynamic tuning, we take into account all that are the characteristics of the body, but also the cooling and the condition of the air passage in the engine compartment, which is an element that should not be neglected indeed, not only for a question of thermal management, but also just for a question of the CX, of the permeability of the vehicle. So they are all obviously extremely accurate studies that allow us to then do that fine-tuning only when the prototype is completed, so that we have a correlation between the studies and the real application that the prototype here represents. In fact, what we are looking at here is prototype number 1 of the Utopia Roadster, and it is the development prototype.
Raptor, if this is a prototype from development, I don't know how the real ones can be finished. I mean, this is perfect, is already a car. Absolutely perfect, beautiful. By the way, the leather, which also reminds a bit of Bottega Veneta for how it is made in the central part, very beautiful. Look at the floor mats, all leather, a manic construction here too. There is not a single mistake inside. This car can like or dislike the choice, for example, to keep the analog. I find it extraordinary. Very nice also the steering wheel, very nice also the whole central part with the analog dials, because in fact then, in my opinion, sooner or later everyone will go back to making analog. Just look at Bugatti example with the tourbillon, what did same thing. Pagani never abandoned this choice, and in my opinion everyone sooner or later, they might return back specifically for high-end products like this one, like this kind of customer. In order to vary your driving experience, explore different driving modes and tunefully rev up your engine, you can also give the exhaust a slight scan for that little extra musical touch. Same thing, I guess it also inhabits a partnership with those who make the speakers sound systems of a certain level. Know you have partnerships with who you work with.
Then from this point of view, the system is asked on the sound system, and it is a development that we need both for the hardware part, in this case of the system, but also for the related tuning integration for the specificities of our cockpit, because
And also they ask so much to be no feeling lightness.
The focus in managing the interaction with the call is on ensuring a sense of lightness rather than prioritizing the quality of the audio. From a sound perspective, the emphasis lies on achieving the right balances and effectively managing the music within the cockpit. Ultimately, it is the combination of these little details that contribute to a pleasurable, enjoyable, and comfortable driving experience in all conditions. It is precisely this approach, where a meticulous attention to detail is followed in every aspect, that defines the essence of the vehicle.
Beautiful, the gearbox bezel with the linkage also visible at the bottom. Look how wonderful, by the way. First at the bottom, also the manual remains at 7 gears because the gearbox is the same. Practically only one is electro-actuated and the other is manual. Basically beautiful, this idea. So first at the bottom, right, clearly 7 gears, with the 7th being the 6th in traditional cars to mean. And then great details. Look how beautiful the mirror, the carbon fiber. How come you call them carbo-titanium?
This fabric is composed of a combination of aircraft-grade titanium fiber and carbon fiber, effectively weaving them together. The result is a hybrid fabric that possesses unique mechanical properties in terms of strength and stiffness. The fabric is further processed by impregnating it with epoxy resin, which enhances its characteristics. Primarily used for chassis purposes, this fabric provides structural utility. Its significance, however, extends beyond functionality. We also believe that even the material itself has to be potentially visible, and it has to be something that gives us the possibility to express our refinement and uniqueness through the texture. So the carbo titanium is also visible in some details, in this case that are however aesthetic, like the logo holder, or in the case of the sport package, also some elements of the interior.
Beautiful, beautiful. Also the mirrors, as always, great research, both in the design but also just as at the structural, architectural level. So much beautiful stuff. I really liked very much also those of the Huera with this very light profile, very teardrop here. Let's say you go a little bit further in the technicality with the visible Allen bolts, or some things really very nice. By the way, you make your own hardware, you make your own everything basically.
The logo is our logo, obviously, on each head of each screw.
At the waist you have the
Each
logo.
screw to the logo is also its code, its part number, i.e. traceability is another of the fundamental characteristics in a construction process that, however artisanal and however much it aims at an extreme tailor-made, must maintain criteria, in this case of traceability and management, to the maximum of industrial possibilities.
Francesco, I have another question, the last one, let's say. I saw that you lost the front active aerodynamics. No, you had it on Huayra. But here it is not there. How come you made this choice?
The active aerodynamics in part is something that comes from combinations, in this case, of the driving modes and the dynamic condition that the vehicle is in. It also conditions the cooling, obviously, of the car. And from a point of view of the specific aerodynamic study of Utopia, we saw that by configuring the front in a single way, we had an optimal condition that was compatible with all the conditions per conformity of Utopia. Consequently, to make it lighter, we saved here where it was not strictly necessary, but we kept it in the back, where obviously there is an extremely specific contribution that helps not only in aero brake, but also in budget and also in conditions.
Okay, we have established that the R model will feature movable ailerons placed in the front. However, this detail has been saved for future versions, so for now, let's take it as a joke. Honestly, it's difficult to envision how it will turn out, so we'll just have to wait and see. Nevertheless, this technology is available for use if desired. As for the headlights, they are, of course, equipped with matrix LED technology. One can only imagine that the best and most advanced headlights imaginable are being utilized. May I pose the same question once again, down to the most minute detail? I understand that you have had previous experience with Pirelli, and we have previously discussed matters related to the tire's shoulder. However, it is worth noting that these particular tires contain a concealed feature in the form of sensor chips. These chips enable the car to communicate with your ECU, resulting in extraordinary capabilities. They allow this car to talk to your ECU and do magical things, so setting driving modes or otherwise a range of use within the driving mode, let's put it that way, that allows you to tailor the car even more on the basis of the customer's setting, but more importantly, actually feel what's going on under the ground.
Under the ground, yes, because the sensor we are talking about is related to cyber tire technology, basically A tire developed with Pirelli that incorporates a sensor in contact with the asphalt in the tread.
By the way, I have heard that it is very light.
Yes, it's very, very light indeed, and it communicates. The system communicates with the vehicle systems in order to identify the tire. Specifically, it refers to the tire ID, which determines the appropriate usage of the SP and ABS control systems. Different types of tires, such as a winter tire, a Corsa, or an RS Trophy, will have calibration specific to them. This allows for specialized control in extreme applications, making them effectively semi-slick in nature. In addition, it allows for a database to acquire information about the car's tire condition. This feature will be helpful in the future for managing variations in tire wear, as well as understanding the tire's behavior when in contact with the road. This will enable the car to intervene in managing phenomena like water planning or low temperature seizure. Our collaboration with Pirelli has already shown promising results in terms of decreased braking distances in certain conditions, such as longitudinal driving. This reduction in braking distance can be up to 2 meters, which can be the difference between life and death in regular braking situations. We have great confidence in the potential of this technology, as we believe it has the power to revolutionize the automotive market. Even brought onto cars every day, we talk about mass production. Equipping vehicles with airbags or ABS can significantly enhance automotive safety worldwide, ensuring a higher level of protection.
I don't know if you can give me the gift of turning it on. Can you give me a nice gift? I want to make this V12 sound as well, because then they complain when I do these static videos. They complain that I don't make them listen to the engine noise. So if by any chance you could turn it on. Francesco, thank you. Come on, we keep it then for maybe a road test. The thrill to drive it. You hear how it sounds. Wonderful. With this is all, Francesco. Thank you. You have been really very kind. You have made me discover new things about this wonderful car. I just hope to be able to drive it soon. And above all, I congratulate you not only for this Utopia Roadster, but even for a Huayra I saw inside, we can't film it. However, it is very beautiful and goes very fast. It is part of a course program to customers. Let's put it this way, that you approach precisely because customers have asked you to go to the track with these cars, and you, in all response, we make a long tail car that goes very fast, that is able precisely with the V12 aspirated engine, in this case, to make heavenly music, to entertain all these lucky people who can have fun with these machines.
On the track, this specifically, yes, it is a way of expressing our creativity even on a purely racing environment that differs so much from the approach and mentality, obviously, from road cars. That's why every now and then, even such extreme projects give us a breather on a front that you normally can't undertake.
Francesco, thank you very much. Thank you. Long live the passion for cars and full gas like this always. Ciao!